So we cold open to Jonathan's hometown, and we see some girl sitting with her man saying, you know, we met on Tinder. We said, I love you after the third date. Moved in after 2 weeks.
How do you even move out in 2 weeks?
I can't even comprehend how you find an apartment in 2 weeks. What? Unless one moved in with the other.
With the other. Okay.
But then
how do you break that lease?
That's what I'm saying. How'd you break your lease? What'd you do with your apartment? 2 weeks? You found a sublease? Like, that's a lot. And then, moved in after 2 weeks, and they've been together for 7 years, married for 4.
4, yeah.
And she was making the point to Jen and Jonathan, like, we can relate to your process. It's not The Bachelor, but we moved very quick, and we can attest that if it's the right person, you just, you know. It doesn't matter. So anyways, we open up. We're in Houston for MAGA-ass Pete Davidson's hometown. Jen does the classic run, jump, hug.
I know. She doesn't really enjoy doing.
Yeah. And she meets his running club. They are going running for their activity.
Well, Devin gave Miss Jen the illest of setups.
Congratulations. You played yourself.
What the fuck? I'm with your running club? This saved your life. This has nothing to do with me.
Like, I'm happy to meet over drinks, but you tell me we're going running right now.
Running. And I have a thing that I love that like has saved my mental health. I would never be like, okay, Grant, we're going to hot yoga. I would never do no shit like that.
Yeah.
What?
This was wild. But yeah, he was like, this is my crew. They like saved my life. I got into running through them. This is my community, blah, blah, blah. It's like a whole bunch of them. They all run up. They're wearing these like Jen Devin t-shirts.
Jen Hart's Devin t-shirt. Like, oh my God. And I guess from a guy like this is typical maybe for a guy like this, but it makes me nervous that you feel like all of these people are this important to you.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I guess I would hope there's like a few in there that are his actual friends. And this is just like his community.
Yeah.
I guess is what you're saying. But yeah, I don't know. The whole thing, I was like, this is my nightmare. I can't.
Yeah, right?
I can't. If Jen seems fit and she's running.
Sporty.
She seems sporty, so she seemed down for it. If you're a runner, this is a great date because what was also cool is they got to run around Houston. So she got to see
that is cool.
The city. So it was like a great tour of his hometown. But otherwise, this is my actual nightmare night. I'm so fucking pissed that you're making me sweat on our date. Anyways, they stop, they chat with some of his friends. And he's talking about how much she accepts him for who he is. And so I knew he watched this show because every element of this date was very well curated. Here's an activity I do here, like every week. Let's go run around the city. It shows her the city. Here are some of my some of my best friends are here.
Yep.
Meetings. It was like so well packaged and planned. Like kudos to him, but it was also like you watched this fucking show and you've spent so much time planning out your hometown.
Yes.
Oh my God. Then here comes Charlie. His dog comes running up in the park.
Oh my God. From nowhere. Where was Charlie got there? Charlie took the bus? Like, how did Charlie get there?
Charlie just showed up.
Oh my God.
So they're playing with Charlie and then they laid in the grass and, we're chatting. And we learned we're going to meet his dad, who we learned before was like kind of in and out of his life during his childhood. But said his opinion really matters to him.
Interesting.
Yeah, I thought that was interesting.
Yeah. Yeah. You don't hear that a lot. So I thought that was interesting.
Yeah. And I guess maybe... Yeah, he's an adult now, so they're working on their adult relationship. He's giving his dad a second chance type of thing. But yeah, I thought that was interesting. And then, he shared like, my family sucks at relationships. Like we don't have any good examples, but he's like, I'm excited to show them how happy we are and, the person I found. And so that's his story. So they head to meet his family, big welcome sign outside.
Again, him and his mama both every Monday at 8 p.m. sitting watching this show.
Watching this damn show. So we meet his mom, dad, stepdad, grandparents, and brother. And he said he hasn't introduced anyone in 10 years. So he's like very nervous. But yeah, they sit, they chat, they talk about Australia. They talk about him coming out in the G string that I did not need to be reminded of.
Oh my God. I just forgot about that. And then he got here. How? Now I'm upset about Jen. This is a lot.
Gross decision making, girl. What? Then let's see. Pete sits with his dad and shares with his dad. He's pretty sure he loves her. You know, she said, when I see they're spending the rest of my life with. But his whole thing is he doesn't want to tell her I love you. And it's still unsure whether she's even going to choose him. Like he's like, I don't want to say I love you to somebody who's going to end up saying it to somebody else and not choose me.
Right. Which I thought was fascinating. That was a little like indicator. I was like, okay, so you are possessive a little bit, right? You want to be the only one.
This is gonna be his downfall. This
right here.
This right here.
This right here.
You see it in the preview for next week. He's already gonna start doing ultimatum shit. Like, you gonna choose me or trying to pull out, threaten to leave, some bullshit. He's watched this show so many times. Girl.
I know. But also even this past that he has in his political and sociopolitical beliefs. It's interesting how a lot of men who are MAGA, particularly MAGA leaning, frequently want to discontinue cycles that are going on in their family, but always repeat them. Always. Every time. They try to get really far away from it, but they always end up repeating them because they're so deep into some like theology it doesn't make sense. I would love for psychologists to email us about this. Anybody who's like been to a MAGA rally or anything like that, and they want
why?
Just
why
for research. A lot of people do it for research.
Oh my God.
Or like a Republican convention or something like that, and you're a psychologist or a sociologist. I would love to know about this because this is a lot of men. I want to be a father, and they didn't have one. And now they're MAGA. This is like, this is really common. And now I can't find a wife. Like, no shit, because you hate women, you fucking weirdo.
Idiot. Yeah. Oh God. Yes, email us the psychology of this dude because I don't get it and I don't want to know too much. Yeah, the dad, his big concern is just, obviously there's other guys. So he's like, Now, Jen, meanwhile, is sitting with Pete's mom and shares how she's also a product of divorce and, how highly Devin speaks of her and kind of just like, buttering up to the mom. And, she shares that they've both shared that they're falling for each other. And which is a big deal. I think he's the only person she said it to at this point. Right?
Yeah, at this point, she's only,
So this mom is the only mom that gets to hear that validation. So that's nice. So Pete, I think, is kind of in the front runner. He's the only one that's
so too. Yeah, which I don't want to think that. So I'm denying it. I'm like Jonathan, but it's Pete.
It's Pete, yeah. So then Pete sits with his mom and shares he is very bothered by the fact that there's other guys still involved and shares he is in love with her. Thinks it's the first time he's actually really been in love. And the mom gives advice that most of the moms do is like, just don't hold back. Yeah. Especially since there's other guys, like you have to somehow edge out. And so you need to say all the things.
Can I have one more MAGA tip that I heard? She said, it was either to Jen or Devin, I can't remember my notes, but she said that she did not give the best examples relationship wise to Devin and Pierce. And I was like, oh, okay. So now you've seen your mom get mistreated by other men. Now you're starting to have, and you have like a weird heroic relationship with your dad, but you also like can't trust him. He's got some like weird relationships with manhood and partnership.
Oh yeah.
Okay. You know what I'm saying? Like
definitely with manhood and men.
Yeah.
His dad, there's a weird, relationship there. And then his mom just like, sounds like a succession of just like bad, poor relationships with men. So yeah, and then trying to find solace with MAGA men. I don't really fucking know. I don't understand. Like, what is that?
Yeah, I guess solace was like controlling women. right? And like control over their bodies.
Okay.
It has very little to do with like other men and relationships with other men. It has a lot to do with women and controlling women. So he's like, I want to be the only one saying I love you. I don't want to say I love you because I don't want to give her an edge out. I don't want to, like, there's a lot that he doesn't want to give her any power or control. We're seeing that a lot. And we see that his mom, when given power and control, choose the wrong men. Right. So like he saw that and he didn't like it. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Psychologists, put down below in the Patreon, email us.
Yes.
Am I on the right track here? I feel like.
Yeah. What do we make of this character, knowing all we know now about his
all that we know
MAGA leanings?
Yeah. Just fascinating to me. That pipeline is always fascinating to me.
So they head out. They sit outside on the doorstep. He tells her, I don't care anymore. I love you. Drops the L-bomb.
It's real big. Real. Not Nicolas Cage. Who's the other one? Nicholas Sparks. Sorry. I literally thought Nicolas Cage just now. Nicholas Sparks.
Nicholas Sparks, yes.
Real big and bold.
Yes.
Just saying, he doesn't want to.
God. And she obviously is super happy, tells him her feelings have grown exponentially, and she is falling so hard for him as well.
Oh my God, Pete. I have a would you rather.
Oh, God.
Would you rather, after all of this, right? Let's say you're on the show, all of this. Would you rather find out that a guy has a rap song on SoundCloud with the N-word in it, or find out that he has MAGA likes? Devin is a nice combo of both. Which one would you rather have?
What?
And you can do whatever you want. You can do whatever you want. So,
oh my God,
it's would you rather, but
so it's the two sides of Devin. Would I rather the MAGA Devin or the dropping fucking nigga on his self-produced rap album on the internet? Oh my God. I feel like I would choose the SoundCloud.
The SoundCloud. Okay. Yeah.
I feel like I could somehow rationalize in my head. He was young and an idiot, and he never thought anybody would listen to it or some dumb shit. But MAGA, you hate me, like, you hate me as a woman, as a black person, like, I couldn't rationalize that in my head. You just, you don't like me, so what am I doing?
Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy that he is both of those people.
When I found that out on Tea Party Live, I was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
What
the fuck? Who would you go with?
The audacity of being both. I would rather quit the show. I would rather Claire. I would rather Claire it out. I pick Jonathan. Listen, I like you kinda. That'll do.
That will do, girl. Yeah.
Book it out of there. There's no, like the fact that I didn't catch it myself. That ego alone, that ego bruise alone. No, I can't even handle. I'm that disconnected from my ancestors. I didn't notice either.
I know. And just the embarrassment of somebody after some stranger on the internet sending you the SoundCloud link and hearing him say nigga. And you're fucking Matt James on the couch with Rachel McCoy. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's the moment.
That is. Yeah.
You're getting gooped by some random on the internet with his racist past. Like, oh, God. Man. A mess. Anyways.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that was Devin's hometown. Next, we go to Fairfield, Connecticut.
Yes.
Where you went to college in Connecticut?
I did. I've been to many a place in Connecticut, and let me tell y'all something. I know this seems like really cheap and weird and like unplanned that he went to the grocery store. Connecticut's got some of the best food you'll ever eat in your life.
Really?
Connecticution food is delicious. It's so good.
Connecticution?
That's what we always used to call them. Connecticutions.
Oh, interesting. I've never heard that in my life. I was like, what did you just say? People from Connecticut, you would call Connecticutions? Is that what they're called? Is that
probably not? Probably not. No.
Okay. Wow. Yeah, this was so we're at Jeremy's hometown, Old Man River. And his family, I'll just start off, they were skeptical. We haven't seen one of these families in a minute.
Oh my God, I know.
The mom, the sister, nobody is buying it.
Yeah.
Whatsoever.
Yeah.
And they most of all don't buy their son/brother.
Him. I love that for Jen. Like none of it was on Jen. They're like, she seems nice.
She's
It's you.
nice. What the fuck is up with you? Why are we here? Yeah. Anyway, she reminds us that he was her last one-on-one. And she said she did that on purpose because she felt so good about him.
What?
So, that's what she said.
Oh my God, Jen. Oh my God.
So they meet in the middle of nowhere, in the middle of the woods. So random. They didn't even do anything there. They just like met there.
Yeah.
Then he tells her they're going shopping, and he brings her to Stu Leonard's.
Stu Leonard's. Yeah. I've never been.
Okay. But you've heard of it.
I've definitely heard of it. And I thought, and from the previews, I was like, this nigga bringing her to Trader Joe's.
It was giving Trader Joe's, yeah.
Wasn't it? I was like, oh my God, this is what Trader Joe's like designs their stuff after, like local markets. They always look local.
Like,
right?
That's true. Yeah. This was like, it was Trader Joe's like on steroids. It was huge.
Yeah.
Everything, like fresh donuts, lobster rolls. Like, it was just a wild grocery store. So yeah, they're having fun, having a blast, laughing.
This is low key my ideal date.
This was kind of fun. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
This was fun.
Maybe I'm just like in my 30s, but this is great.
It was fun. It was almost like a Costco, like going around and testing all the different foods. That's how I like it.
Yeah.
So while they're there, they like randomly run into his aunt who was on her grocery store run. Just picking up groceries for the week, like so random. But yeah, they might make a nice little bouquet for his mom and then head on over to his parents' house. And Jen going in, she's like, I don't know how Jeremy feels about me.
Why are you here then?
We haven't gotten that far yet. I'm like, bitch, you about to be his mama. What are you talking about? Like,
it's so crazy.
This was so wild. Like, she should have just done 3 hometowns. The fact that she's going home for Jeremy is just dumb.
Yeah,
you didn't need to do 4, girl. This is a waste. You don't know how he feels about you, but you're about to sit in front of his mother and lie. Like, what? Looking at Jen like, girl, why are we here?
I know.
So we meet his mom, who literally looked just like his aunt.
That was crazy.
That was crazy.
Are they twins? That's crazy.
I was like, oh, his aunt's there. And then I was like, oh, wait, no, that's his mom. Oh, fuck. Yeah, that was wild. They must be twins. Stepdad, older sister's fiance, and then the younger sister as well. So they talk about his limo entrance, which I totally forgot.
You did?
I totally forgot. This was the sports guy. I have a big penis. I totally forgot that was Jeremy. Oh my God. His mom and sisters looked horrified.
Horrified because they too do not know where the punchline is.
We still don't get it.
He was like, oh, I'm glad she didn't take that seriously. What is there to joke about?
What was that a joke?
Where's the joke, Jeremy? And you keep saying he's the funniest?
That's what I'm saying.
There's a lot of pressure on this mental wall. He better make me cackle.
I know. He better come through. But yeah, Jen we have the same sense of humor. I'm like, I forgot that was his first joke.
And Jen's jokes, I understand. I at least get where the punchline is with Jen's jokes. But this guy, I don't know what he's talking about. And then could you imagine? Okay, just real quick. Could you imagine you make a really big penis joke as your entryway and you get eliminated the date before overnights?
Yeah.
That is so embarrassing.
Because she's saying to you a lie.
Yeah.
I don't even need to verify for myself. So
no. The joke's on you, my man. Damn, Jeremy.
Damn, that sucks. He can't even throw it down. That sucks.
Can't even show her.
Nope.
Man.
Nope. So yeah, the sister and the mom horrified. The mom said in her interview. They hate him. Like
I love that.
I love that for us. Yeah,
I love them.
The mom said, I think in her interview, she said when she learned Jen was the Bachelorette, and Jen described who she was looking for, I thought to myself, "That's not Jeremy."
Jeremy, and I already know he applied because I thought that it was Daisy.
Yeah, exactly.
Or Maria. Or Maria. He would have gotten along with Maria real good.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. Oh my God. So little sis and Jen have a little moment. And
love her. Love this little
loved
sister
her.
also.
Yeah. Very good head on her shoulders. She's like, all right, who are you? What am I doing here? So she asked Jen, like, why Jeremy? What is it about him? And Jen just keeps saying the same thing. She don't know nothing about this man.
She don't know nothing about any of these men.
With Jeremy, we have the best laughs. I feel so myself. You know, there's something special, but I don't know how he feels about me.
Oh.
Now her issue is his issue. He's holding back, you know.
Yeah,
he doesn't
yeah.
Tell me how he feels, and then she flat out asks the sister, like, "Do you think he'll be ready for an engagement?" The sister was like, "With this timeline,
No,
probably not." And she tries to kind of like backpedal and was like, "But he is looking for something serious, you know, long term." But she already know this is not it.
Yeah, she knows. He was like, "Oh, if it's Maria, I'm definitely going," and then he just went anyway.
He just went anyway. Now they're sitting here with this very nice young lady that they know her brother is not into. So please. So now little sister sits with Jeremy, and he's claiming he's never been happier and whatever. And she shares that Jen revealed you have some walls up. He's like shocked to hear this. He's like, "What? I've been so open and vulnerable with her. What do you mean?"
He's such a lazy little dater.
He's so lazy. Yeah. He told one story about being Jewish. I don't remember.
Being Jewish, raising the kids, the cultural thing. That was like a really cool conversation to see on The Bachelor, right?
Yeah.
But I didn't really learn that much about Jeremy.
No, and that wasn't giving like he's so vulnerable. He just
vulnerable,
shared his religion and his like values of how he wants to raise his kids. Like that wasn't like get the core of who you are. So like he's like so shocked to hear this. His sister's like, "Bruh, I don't know what to tell you."
I know.
She didn't look like she could care less.
She was like, "Damn, he's gonna be right back here tomorrow."
Right. Oh my god. So then old man River sits with his mom again, saying the same shit. Well, you know, we have so much fun and so much fun. We laugh all the time. And the mom, all she cares about, she's like, "Have you had any serious conversations? Like, it's one thing to have fun, but like, can you live with this person for the rest of your life? We're talking engagement. Like, I know how the show ends. Stop talking about fun." And to me, he gave himself the ill setup with his reply back to his mom.
"Congratulations, you played yourself."
Where she's telling him get serious, and he can't get serious. He's still making light of the situation. He's like, "Oh, she likes me the most. Remember, you know, she was dating 24 other guys before me."
Oh, jeez, that was a joke. I didn't even catch it.
Still,
fuck Jeremy. Damn,
you gotta listen deep. You gotta really listen for his jokes. And basically showed his mom that he's not serious. Yeah. That's it. And instead of being super serious in that moment, be like, "Mom, look, I know I'm joking, I'm laughing, but like dead ass, I really like this girl. Like I'm scared. That's why I have my walls up." Like he just didn't give his mom the validation that she needed. And so she then went into her sit down with Jen, high key skeptical. So he shot himself in the foot. He fucked it up for himself, really. He did. His mom could have been his champion in that moment, but she wasn't. Because she was like, "You're not serious, so I'm gonna take her seriously."
Oh my god! After he knows the sister threw him under the bus too
already. So the whole thing is a joke to him. Like the whole thing is like,
fuck. Damn, Jeremy.
Yeah, the mom said to him, she's like, "She seems like a nice girl, but like I just met her, so she's looking at him to give her something to work with."
Yes,
and she's getting nothing.
Because he doesn't have it either.
He don't have it either.
He don't know her like that either.
No. All he knows is they have fun. That's it.
And they're sitting with the stepdad, correct? Right? So this lady been divorced. So she's like, "Please, son.
Yeah.
I don't want you to do this. Please.
I don't want you to go through this." Oh my God. So the mom sits with Jen. You know, how does Jeremy stand out? "Well, we just have the best time. You know, he's always there for me."
What
are you talking about, Jen? What are you talking? You sit here and lie in front of this woman. Stop. She should have never went to this hometown. Oh my God.
Never.
Oh Lord. So the mom is like, "Do you think you have a bond that goes beyond fun?" She's hoping somebody to tell her something.
Know. She's giving so many cues. Nobody's getting them.
Nobody. And she's just like, "Yeah, I just, I'm really comfortable with him." But now Jen, the only thing on Jen's mind, because she needs a reason to break up with him, So she's like, "Do you think he can get engaged at the end of this?" She already knows the answer is no.
Yeah.
Sister already told her no. She in her heart knows no. But she's like, "I just need one more reason to boo him,
Yeah.
And the mom just says, I do think with the right person, he would be ready, but I just don't know. I don't know you two together. Like, I don't know your couple. So, it worries me. And gave Jen the whole, I wish you luck on your journey.
Yeah, good luck with these other 4.
Yes. See you never, bitch. Bye, is what she said to Jen. So they head out. Jen is worried after that chat with the mama. And then sits and asks Jeremy, are you ready for an engagement? And he says again, I am for the right person. My feelings are strong for you. I am falling for you.
Oh my God.
And too little too late, Jen left already still feeling very meh about you. So we knew he was going. Now we head off to San Diego for Jonathan's hometown. Jonathan had on these tiny little shorts.
Oh boy, giving like 1970s basketball.
Yes, shooting hoops at the court. And he had the leg tattoos. It was like all just on like one leg too, all the way thigh and calf. Oh, he was so fun.
Yes.
Anyways.
Jody, we gotta get some special music for him.
Bow chicka wow.
We gotta get some Al Green or something. We gotta get something good for Jonathan.
I'm so in love with you.
Oh, so fun. And he's in San Diego. It's like the best hometown.
I know, the best weather, the best food, like the best everything.
That's everything.
Probably the richest. Like
the beach is right there. It's gorgeous. Like so he has a good leg up on everybody just with that location alone. So anyways, they head to a lacrosse court. Apparently they both played lacrosse in college.
Yeah.
Did not
Shout out to lacrosse. They're going to be an Olympic sport in 2028.
Oh, shit. In LA?
Yeah.
It's not the Olympics already?
Nope.
Really?
Yeah, really. So shout out to the Native Americans. That Native American team be tearing up, girl. Them with them braids.
No, yeah.
Do it. Woo! They whooping ass.
They have field hockey in the Olympics. But they don't have lacrosse? That's crazy that they didn't have. Oh, interesting. So anyways, they play lacrosse. They have fun. They sit, they chat. Jonathan shares he is very worried. His anxiety levels are up. He is still clearly healing from his ex.
Yeah.
That ex was terrible. She was an alcoholic. She was toxic.
Manipulative. And he's so young for all that.
So young. He seems like a sweet little cherub.
He does.
Like that bitch ate him up and spat him out, and he's still picking up the pieces. So he brings that up and it just says like, I'm very cautious. I'm still very cautious. She tells him that she really wants to help him like break through that. And I really want him to stop talking about the ex, because
I know, me too, because she has one too and she doesn't talk about it all the time. You know what I mean? She doesn't make it like the reason she can't fall in love with Jonathan.
Right. And he's making it the reason why he's like moving slow as my ex. Like, we're talking too much about the ex, just stop. So he also tells her he doesn't use the word love lightly.
Love that.
And which is totally fine. And doesn't want to say it to her unless he can really express why. And I think that was like great honesty, but it's at this stage of the game, I don't think it's necessary.
Yeah, it's not great for the show.
No. I was like, I hear you, Jonathan, but you're up against like Pete Davidson, who's like, I love you and I have no qualms about saying it. You can't be this honest with her.
But this is actually like the greenest flag of all flags.
It is. I know. She needs to have the discernment to see that.
Yeah.
Which I don't know if she does yet.
Yeah.
So yeah, she's a little worried now, just wondering if he's going to allow himself to get there. So they head to his house. His mom, his dad look kind of black, honestly.
Yeah.
Right? I was like, anyways, mom, dad, brother, and the brother's wife and his sister. So yeah, they catch up with everybody. This is where the sister-in-law shares the whole, we met on Tinder, said I love you after 3 dates, moved in, which was nice just to hear. Like, okay, this process is crazy, but I do believe that. Like, if it's the right person, you just know.
Yeah.
For some people, not a lot of people, but for some people it is after like 2 dates or three weeks or whatever the hell. And then they're with that person for 50 something years. Like, so that was nice having someone like just share, like, it's okay, Jonathan. Like,
yes, especially for Jonathan, because he's going so slow.
Exactly. So Jen sits with Jonathan's brother and same sister-in-law, that same couple. And the brother is like very protective of Jonathan.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I guess this ex was really bad.
The ex was bad. He said he was like, the relationship was good until it became very toxic in the end. And so he's like super protective of Jonathan and what the hell this bullshit is. So the brother is like even like noticeably very icy with Jen, like not trying to be too warm, doesn't know what to make of her even. So
yeah, even the I think that's why the sister-in-law was there.
Yeah, because we needed her energy.
Yeah,
smiling and like trying to keep it light. Because he was about to like beat up Jen. Like no, his energy was like not it. So he shares with Jen, this whole thing is super fast. It really worries him. Flat out asks her, like, are you falling for any other guy?
Yeah, love this question.
Great question. That's a great direct question to ask. Like, I know you're here in this process with 4 others. Usually they keep it vague, like, how's it going? And he's like flat out, are you falling for any of the other guys?
Yeah. Oh, man.
Which she didn't really answer.
She answered pretty well, I thought.
It was to me, very PC answer. She was like, yeah, but, I wouldn't be here if I didn't believe in me and Jonathan. Which, I mean, I guess that is the truth. So.
Is it? Because she went to Jeremy's house. So now I don't know. Right?
That's true.
I'm like, I think you just do what these people tell you to do, which is also fair. Like, I feel like it's a weird situation where your job title is Bachelorette. Are you the boss or is it the producers? Is it ABC? Like, you know what I mean? Is it the audience after you film? Like, I don't know. It's kind of weird, especially, she's 26 or something. She's young. But I was like, I don't know if that's true.
I don't know if that's true, girl. I wouldn't be here if I didn't believe in it. You fully went to Jeremy's house for no reason but to get dinner. Like, he had no business being in Connecticut, me and his mama. So yeah, she does her best with the brother. You could tell he's just like not buying it. He's just, this whole process is like, nope, not into it.
I wonder who signed him up for this.
Jonathan? I know. Probably that sister-in-law. She looked like a hopeless romantic.
Oh my God, she did.
Even as Jen gave the answer and the brother was already trying to tear her down, she's like, that was a smile I just saw on her face. You saw that smile? Like, trying to make it something. Like, oh God. It was probably her. Oh, Lord. So then we see Jen sit with Jonathan's mom, and he looks so much like his mom.
I know, it's cute.
Same face. So cute.
Yeah.
And yeah, she just says, we've built really great groundwork. He sees me for me. He understands me. I haven't had that before, so that's really nice. But I am struggling with his, toxic past, potentially like holding him back. And, the mom kind of agrees he's very guarded. He's still guarded. But the mom, she's eating up this whole thing. She loves Jen. She's like, she's so smitten. I love her. Like,
that's the thing. I will give it to the smiles that Jen had. Jen is grinning ear to ear when she talks about Jonathan.
She is. She seems very happy to be here at this household.
Yeah.
I think she really does like him. Yeah. So John then sits with his sister, who gave him the best advice that he needed. She's like, you need to play big to win big. Don't hold back. Because she already knows he's not saying the things. He's all up in his head. And she's like, which is true. You made it this far. What's dropping I love you at this point?
You know what I mean?
I mean, you already there. You deep in, you're bringing her home to meet us.
Right.
You might as well just go balls to the wall and just say all the things and try to win.
Yeah.
Try to win the girl.
Try to win,
Yeah. He said to the mom, same thing. Why are you holding back? What's going on? And he flat out asks his mom, like, is this the person you see for me long term?
That is a crazy question to ask for someone who's had a maybe, I'm going to give them 5 minutes conversation.
I know. So the mom, she loves Jen, so she's like, absolutely.
Yeah.
Fun. She had no concern.
It's
great. Like,
which she is. Like, I'll give it to her that too. Like,
great.
She's a PT student. Like, she's fun. She's from Miami. She's a college athlete. Like, she's great.
A lot going for her. And the mom, she really liked that she never brought up looks once. She knows what her son looks like.
No, because she knows her son fine as hell and tatted. God damn.
So she already knows what he looks like. And she's like, I like she never mentioned your looks once. She seems very comfortable with you. Like, I can totally see you with Jen. Like, why not? But same thing advises him, put it all out there, take the chance. Like, stop holding back. It was interesting watching Jonathan because you could see him as his mom was talking. He was listening so intently.
I know, yeah. I believe him when he says that he said, you're my biggest star, I think he said to his mom. I believe that. That's like his guiding light is his mom.
Definitely. And I think, given what he went through with his past ex, I think he's still in the process of like building back trust with himself. So at this moment, he still trusts his mom more than he maybe trusts himself.
Damn. Yeah, the brother ain't giving anything.
Yeah, the brother's not giving nothing.
Yeah.
But his sister and his mom were the two that were like, give it all you got. Like,
yeah.
And he needed to hear like, Jen is great. I love Jen. Because he's not, he knows he likes her, but he doesn't know if he trusts himself yet, I think.
Yeah, that she's not going to turn in some way, the same way the
other one did. So they head out. He says to her, I love so much about you. Am I getting there? Jen, just a full government name, Jennifer Tran, I am falling for you. And she says it back.
Yeah.
So now he's up there with Pete. And yeah, she's hype. I think this hometown with John, this was a good one for Jonathan. Like, this let me see their connection a bit more.
Yes. Yeah, definitely.
Which I think we said during our initial thoughts, usually we get this validation before the hometowns. It's interesting to watch the hometowns and then get the validation that they have a connection, But yeah, she's like, we're right on track. He could be my husband. Like, they're totally neck and neck now. Last but not least,
oh my God,
to Tacoma, Washington.
Girl, when I tell you I was so ready for the rose ceremony.
Yeah, this was long.
I was like, who's next? Who? I was like, oh, fuck, Marcus, forgot.
Still one more, yep. So Jen is feeling very hopeful about Marcus. He's gotten the most time of anybody. He got a second one-on-one. But he is struggling to express how he feels about her.
Yeah.
He's not, that was I was confused about last episode. He's not struggling to be vulnerable because he's shared a lot about himself in the past and his, traumas or whatever. But he hasn't really said much about how he feels about Jen.
Her, yeah. Whenever that happens, he starts stopping and he's like, this is hard for me.
Yeah. So she's going into hometown. She's feeling like she's actually further along than him.
Ugh, yikes.
Not a great place when you're the Bachelorette. What the fuck? Am I begging you for the road? Like, no.
Hate it. No.
Horrible feeling to be in. So she meets up with him. They sit, they chat, learn they're going to be his sister. His adopted parents are not going to be there, actually. Not sure why.
Yeah.
Well, TV, maybe.
Maybe, yeah. There's a lot of reasons why people don't go on TV for this.
I know. But we're meeting Scott and Sue, which are like his mentors, really close to him, like parent figures. And then a bunch of his friends who he said are like his chosen family. So
yeah.
So yeah, they head to the house. A ton of people there.
I was like, is this their wedding? Is this a surprise wedding? What is this?
He invited everybody he knew in Tacoma to come out. Yeah. That's a lot of fucking people.
Yeah.
That's too much. That's overwhelming.
I mean, this is too much for I was going to say a real relationship. This is too much for like a normal relationship in the real world. This would be a lot.
Yeah. I don't know why he couldn't just do his sister, Scott and Sue. And that's it.
And like his one friend, right? His army
the one friend
guy,
that was there. So I don't know. But so yeah, there all kinds of people. Everybody's very nice though. They talk about their he had the first one-on-one. They went skydiving, like all that jazz. A lot of American flags everywhere.
Oh my God. So
everywhere.
Nerve-wracking. Oh my God. And they're in Tacoma, Washington too.
Is this how a lot, like, I don't have anybody in my family who's in the military. I don't really have
true. Okay, yeah, sure.
In my ether who's in the military, so I can't. But is this like a military thing? Like
it could be. Yeah.
Probably. They serve their country. Like, they're probably the most patriotic people, like, walking around. They're serving the country, So I was like, okay. But it's, I don't know. It's just,
I know, it's a lot.
that flag now, when you see that flag, it makes you think a lot.
Yep.
It could be innocent. He just serving the country and he, enjoys representing the country, whatever.
Right.
But now when I see that flag, I think a lot of other things.
No, all kinds of red flags. I'm like, oof, what are you? You like banning books? What is this?
Yeah.
What we got?
What we got going on here? So he sits with Scott, I think his name is his mentor. And you could tell Marcus is struggling. He's like
all the time. They show a lot of Marcus struggling.
Yes. Entire straits constantly. Like, it's just like desperate need of wisdom. He's really struggling. He tells him, he's really stuck between really liking her and loving her. He thinks it can happen. He knows she feels very strongly for him. But, he's wondering how much of him is just really afraid. He's not sure what he has hesitation. He doesn't know if it's her that he's hesitant about, like this isn't my person, or whether he's like just afraid of this whole fucking process. Yeah,
and falling in love in general.
Yeah. So he can't really identify. He's struggling to identify his feelings and like what they mean.
Oh, Marcus. Oh, that's so sad.
Yeah. And his mentor just called out, like, you're overanalyzing. Like, you're analyzing a lot. Just like, stop. And he's also struggling because he knows he is what's in the way. He knows she's waiting on him to tell her how he feels. And he ends up, he's sitting there with his mentor. He's crying. He's emotional. Like, he feels the self-sabotage happening.
I know. And he's so type A too, right? He's so goal-oriented and like, measurable goals. He's probably, what is that?
Smart
Scott
goals.
Score? Yeah, smart. Yeah.
Oh, God. Yeah. So Jen, meanwhile, is sitting with Sue, his other mentor, and shares, they both haven't expressed their feelings yet. And she's holding back. She's like, I fall hard and quick. So between me and you, I love that man, but I can't say nothing. And she's like, I don't know how he feels about me. So like, I'm trying to hold back because I don't want to get my feelings hurt. Jen then sits with his sister, shares the same thing again. And she's like dying for anyone who knows Marcus to tell her, how does he feel about me? Because she doesn't know shit. And the sister just kind of like shares, they went through a lot. They have serious trauma.
Yeah.
That made both of them put up really strong walls.
Yeah. Which, I get it. And they've just been rejected so many times.
That too. That's a different type of trauma, and like wanting to guard yourself from anything good, anything loving, positive, because you've come so close before and then they took it away from you.
Yep.
So it totally makes sense. And what she struggles with Marcus is like, she's like, I can relate.
Yeah, right. I told you this happened to me. Now I gotta run my daddy up and ragged up and down ABC. Like, oh my God. And Marcus's story was real crazy and real wild, but like you would think that would bond them somehow to where they wouldn't want to hurt each other, right? Right.
Yeah. But I think he's just caught up in his own shit. I don't think he really heard her when she said like, my dad fully lived in the basement for years and like
and ignored me.
Ignored me. Like, I know what you're kind of going through. So the sister asked Jen, like, do you love him? And she got really emotional.
Yeah.
And she eventually revealed, she's like, I'm falling in love with him, but I'm scared. I felt so sad for her.
Me too.
I think in her head, she's like, this is my person. Like,
yes.
This is my guy. But he's not letting it happen, and he's gonna blow this shit up.
He's gonna blow it up. And do I know him? Look at all these American flags everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Where are his parents? Who are you? Like, oh man.
Sue and Scott seem very nice, but like, where are the parents at? And what is this? So the sister, she's crying too. She's saying, I've never seen him like this. He does seem very happy. I think he is really happy. Man. He does deserve this, but they're both just in there boo-hoo-hoo crying because they know he's going to be the reason why this whole thing blows up.
Ugh,
that's terrible.
I know. That's so sad, but also so understandable too. That's why it's so sad, because it's like, damn, I don't want you to be rejected either, Marcus.
I know, yeah. But this pressure cooker engagement bullshit is what is really getting in his head.
Yeah.
Take that out of it. He could have her as a girlfriend and it's fine. Like, I don't think he'd be this in his head unless if he knew he didn't have to propose next week.
Oh my God. Propose next week is so crazy.
It's so crazy. Like, so the sister and Marcus sit and have a chat. The sister's like, that's his person. That's his, like, they've been thick and thin together. And she doesn't hold back. She's like, I love Jen. Like, she opened up real easy. We were kikiing it up. Like, what's up with you? What's going on?
Yeah, it's just you.
What's up? And again, he brings up the engagement. He was like, the engagement, the speed of everything, like, it's making me get in my own way. Like, and, you know, he tells his sister, like, I do really like her. And I told her I really like her, but she knows I move slow. And like, you know, he's, you know, I think he gets emotional at this part and was saying, like, I picture us at the end, and, you know, I so badly want to be a father. And he's crying. Like, he's just, going through it because he feels himself self-sabotaging.
Yeah. Also, I wonder if he knows the track record of this program.
I know.
That doesn't help either.
That don't help. So the sister just puts it all out there. She's like, look, it can be the best thing if you just let your guard down. Just let it happen. Just stop. Just say what you need to say.
Is this kind of reminding you of Peter and Rachel?
Peter and Rachel. When? One moment.
Not because with Peter, we just met the friends, but like it overall, the whole journey, Peter was like, I'm not proposing to you. You know that, right? And she was like, huh? Like at the very end.
That's true. Yeah.
Right? That was the ultimate self-sabotage, I thought, with Peter.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
This is kind of reminding me of that, but less of a oh gosh, what is it? Oh my God, I want to say windswept. What am I thinking of? When you get not gaslit.
It's like caught up in the bullshit. Like
like caught up and surprised, right? Rachel was like really shocked that he wasn't gonna propose. Yeah. It's less of that, and he's more open about that, but it feels like he's holding back so much because of that engagement, and he's gonna ruin this whole thing.
Yeah, that is true. That is but Peter was a casualty of the engagement bullshit. Yep. Because if it was just we could be boyfriend and girlfriend at the end, I think that would have been fine. That's what he wanted, actually.
That is what he wanted, yeah.
But Rachel was holding on to the engagement. So
yeah, and holding on to like, I want you to choose me for real. That you know, like I got that too because they were older.
That too. That's true. They were older. So yeah, I get it. This is a little whiff of that. Oh, man. So Jen and Marcus head out. And Jen loved the family. She's like, I could see myself in this family one day. Yep. Like, she wants it to be Marcus so badly. So she hadn't even met his parents. She just met the mentors and was like, I love this family. I could be here. Like, she don't even know half the family. But just ready to just like be with him, you know?
Yeah.
And he shares with her, you know, my family loved you. And finally says to her that he's falling for her.
Ugh.
It was like pulling tooth and nail.
Oh my God. Him and Jonathan. This is annoying.
That was a lot. But yeah, she says it back. Now she's all happy, all hunky-dory. Now, later we see all the guys meet up.
On a group date.
No Jen, just the four of them. And we've never seen this before.
Yeah.
I don't think.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're all friends. They're friendly. Like, it's obviously a little awkward. And this is the last time they're all going to be together because next week is overnights and they just get their one-on-one time.
Love that because I remember when they would do that overnights and they'd all stay in the same hotel suite. You remember that shit?
They did that once, yes, with I think that was Peter's season. Yeah, that was so gross.
Maddie in there talking about I don't want to see his penis ever. Hannah in there like I blew him yesterday. Remember somebody's hair came back looking crazy? You remember that shit? Somebody came back like Madison was like, what?
I know. They're fully sharing a damn suite. That was horrible. Oh my God. These producers work hard. So yeah, the guys meet up. They're just sharing how hometowns went. Devin is talking so fucking much, just sharing every morsel of
Oh my
hometown.
God.
We don't need every detail. Shut up.
No, we need to know less about each other, please.
Yes, really. So he's like, yeah, I'm ready more than ever. Old man River is just living in delusion, talking about he's confident, more confident than ever before.
Who gave him this?
I don't know.
He's just coasting through life, Jeremy. You know
coasting
what?
through.
Selling houses, selling apartments.
He's just lying because he likes Jen, but full and well, you came here for Daisy and Maria. You just so happened to make it this far, by the stroke of the luck of the Irish that you made it this far.
I think he just wanted to go to all the places. I think that's why he's like, I'm hanging on to be a Jen's connection. Because he was like, oh shit, we go to Fiji. No, where'd they go? New Zealand?
New Zealand? Oh, word. All right.
I ain't never going there myself. So.
No, I'm going to make this work. Jonathan, he got the clarity that he needed. Makes a lot of sense. And then Marcus is just sitting there in his head.
I know he's behind because he feels like he can't propose to Jen today. And they all allegedly feel like that. They all lying. You don't know Jeremy lying?
Fully lying through his teeth. So he just feels he's watching everybody sit here so optimistic and he just feels so behind. And he tells them, he walked out with some clarity. And, admits he still has hesitations. He has some reservations. I'm afraid to go into an engagement. There's some things I still need to feel unapologetically in my heart. And he's like, I don't know. Does anybody else feel the same way? And they're all looking at him like, no.
Oh my God. But they're lying though. That's the crazy part.
That's the thing. I know. And poor Marcus is sitting there feeling like something's wrong with him.
Yeah.
What's going on with me? And it's like Jeremy is fully lying. Pete is saying whatever.
To get to the end. Yep.
And Jonathan, I know Jonathan still feels some type of hesitation and reservation. So he's sitting there all pretty like everything's fine. He was just as hesitant as you going into hometowns, Marcus.
Oh gosh.
So time for the rose ceremony. Marcus flat out says he feels like he's self-sabotaging.
No,
he is struggling and he thinks maybe she's running out of patience with him. Like he knows he's riding on her patience right now. But yeah, everybody else going into rose ceremony feels good. Jen shows up. Love this look.
Love.
I need one of these little fur shawl things.
Oh my God, you do.
Because it doesn't look too expensive. The whole thing's not fur. It's like the trim of it. Right? And it's just like a nice, I don't know, is that cashmere or something in the middle?
Something you do actually in the summer quite often. A nice pashmina wrap.
Yes, I always have a little wrap with me, girls. The AC be booming in these places and I can't take no risks. So everybody knows I always have a shawl with me. Always.
She will have the smallest clutch and whip out like a clown. Whip out a full pashmina scarf that will cover the whole top of half of her body.
Yes. And I will be nice and comfortable at brunch. Not shivering and pissed off.
8 patterns.
And then now the shawl's the 9th pattern.
Yes.
But this, I need one of these for winter. This was cute. And then Jen shows up, gives her a little speech. It's the hardest decision she's have to make yet. First rose.
I mean, is it?
Yeah.
Jeremy gotta go.
Jeremy gotta go. This is not that hard, girl.
No.
You already know. Pete Davidson gets the first rose, then Jonathan, then Marcus. So obviously Old Man River is kicking rocks. And she walks out with him, sits, has a little chat with him, and he is, chilling. Like,
I was gonna say, did they say anything? I have nothing in my notes. I said Jeremy is sent home by Jeremy.
This didn't impact him at all. He literally said, I'm at ease knowing that there's, a good guy in there for you.
Yep.
You always have a special place in my heart. I always thought we were on the same page, but it's all good. And that was it. So Jen, though, after she packs him up in the SUV, she's like, I am petrified because speaking of being on the same page, Jeremy thought we were on the same page. I'm hoping I'm on the same page with all these guys, but she's obviously thinking about Marcus. We're not on the same page at all. I'm in love with him, and he just told me he's falling. Maybe, and next week is overnight, so
yeah.
And that was the episode, my friends.
Mm-hmm.
So we did get a preview for the doubleheader next week because of Monday, Tuesday night. Lord,
Forgot about this.
Forgot as well. We see Pete saying to Jen he wants to call her his wife.
Mm-hmm.
We see, you know what? I wonder. Game of Roses probably has some intel on this. There's always somebody who says all the things. There's always one person.
Yeah, there is.
Who says all the things.
Mm-hmm.
How often does that person win?
Ooh.
Because that's part of their MO, right? That's part of they've studied the show. They know to make it far, you have to say all the things.
Right.
But I'm wondering how often does the lead actually choose that person versus choosing the other person who moves maybe a little slower?
Yeah. Oh.
You know?
Yes,
because Pete is looking like the front runner. I mean, she's given him a lot of validation, but he's also not shy about saying, I love you, I want to be my wife, da 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 da.
Yeah.
But is it going to be enough? Or does it really come down to like the connection?
Mm-hmm.
Like a real connection with somebody
genuine,
else.
yeah.
The genuineness, yeah.
Huh.
So,
I wonder.
I don't know. We're going to ask Susanna or Game of Roses.
Yeah.
Now, let's see. We see her and Jonathan making out by the waterfall. We see her and Marcus making out on a boat.
Mm-hmm.
We see Jen telling Marcus, I would be lying if I didn't tell you that I am in love with you.
Jen, you are wilding for respect. Oh my God, Jen, please. This is your show.
Child, I know. She can't take it no more, though. She's bursting with love.
I know.
Yeah. Oh my God. And then we see Marcus say back to her, you make me feel amazing. You deserve all the love in the world.
Nope.
But I'm not there yet.
Pack your bags. Don't even finish that sentence. I don't care what the but even is. Pack your bags and go. Who's old boy who brings the bags? That big old producer? Big old white man? Get him.
So her worst fears are gonna come alive.
Yep.
Oh my God. And I think in her head, she's like, okay, I have to be the first person to say the thing.
Yes. Yeah.
If I say it first, that'll give him permission to say it back. It's all good. We'll be fine. She doesn't know that he's not gonna say it back though.
No.
Oh Lord. So he's crying. He's talking about he's terrified. Then we see Jonathan sitting with Jen, saying to her, as my loving feelings and my positive feelings grow, so do my worries.
Oh my God. Oh,
which makes sense, but Jonathan, shut the fuck up.
You can't. Nope. You need to say that to anyone else.
Anybody else. Talk to the producer about this.
Yeah.
That's the thing with Jonathan. Love him because everything he says makes sense. He's totally on planet Earth. It makes total sense, but he just says too damn much. Devin saying to her, now here Devin here he go with
his Luke P moment. Oh yeah.
If you don't leave with me now, I'm gonna leave. Like it's gonna be one of those threatening to leave moments.
Which those people win a lot.
They do.
If that happened to Blackface Eric, didn't he threaten to leave?
That also happened with wasn't that Katie and Greg?
Oh my God, fucking Greg. Oh my God.
Greg was like, I'm out. And she chased after him and they left and then they broke up and the whole thing. But
yeah.
It was Greg.
She chose Blake at the end.
Oh no, you're right. But she wanted Greg.
But she wanted Greg so bad. She was giving him like all that subtle validation that he was never picking up. And then he got swallowed up by Victoria. Who knows where he is now, girl, on an eat, pray, love journey with Andrew. Poor Greg is ruined for the rest of his life.
Oh God. So yeah, he's crying with her saying, I want to get to the end, but I don't know how to get there with you. I don't know how. And she says to him, I don't know how to be what you want me to be.
Yeah.
But she's like, look, I'm the Bachelorette.
You know
honey. What time it is.
Yep. And you up against Jonathan and his leg sleeve.
Yeah. So I don't know how you want me to give up that and just leave the show with you. No, I can't be that for you right now. And then we have poor Jen crying, saying she's worrying if she's doing something wrong.
I know.
Seems like a lot is gonna happen next week. Like one by one, each of them are gonna come with some nonsense. And she's gonna feel like the worst person on earth.
Yeah.
Oh Lord. And then Tuesday is Mental All. So we'll get some tea there. I'm sure it's gonna be the Sam show.
I'm sure it will. Yep.
And we'll see Grant though. Hopefully they take out.
Hopefully there's lots of Grant time.
That we need to see. Justine, what did we learn this episode?
He's a smart guy.
Girl, I don't know. Quit the Bachelorette if you don't like these niggas.
Basically. Don't bring nobody to hometown where you cannot sit confidently across from his mama.
Yeah.
And say why you were there.
Right. At least why you're there. Not like why hand in marriage, none of that.
Mm-hmm.
Just
why you were there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So my question, what kind of validation matters most? So my whole thought is, as I said, when you go into hometowns, your family's not going to understand. Everybody's going to be skeptical. Just, the whole thing doesn't make sense. So getting your dad to say, this, I give the blessing. Like, that's just really a tall order to expect of many fathers and mothers. But what I did think about were, if I'm the lead, there are certain questions from the family that matter. Or not the lead. If I'm the contestant, sorry. If I'm one of the guys, there are certain questions from my family and responses that like matter the most to me. Mm-hmm. So I need my mom to sit across from her and ask, like, why do you like my son? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mom, I need you to tell me that answer sounded like she knows me.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Second thing that I think is really important is lifestyle validation. You know, the real questions: where you guys want to live? How do you want to raise kids? How do you spend your Saturday nights? Where do you see yourself in 3 to 5 years? Like those questions I've already asked her, but I need her to deliver it to somebody else. Mm-hmm. And then you come back and tell me that, okay, I could see it. This lifestyle seems to make sense to me. Mm-hmm. And then the last question, which I think Jonathan's brother was kind of trying to get at, flat out asking them, are you in love with him?
Anybody here?
Or are you in love with anybody else? Have you said it to anybody else?
Yeah, that's a good one.
You don't have to tell me who, but I need to know if you've said it to somebody else. Because if I know you haven't said it to my brother, I can already know he's not the first choice. He's coming home. Exactly. Yeah. So I feel like those were like, that's some of the intel that I would need. And that's really the only validation you can get is like very pointed questions and responses that I need them to tell me, because this whole thing is a leap of faith for everybody.
Yeah.
But there's certain things that my mama could tell me that would be like, all right, Mom, I know you don't buy this thing, but can you tell me 1, 2, 3 at least?
Yes. Were you thinking about Jonathan with this question or Marcus?
I think I was thinking Jonathan.
Okay.
Because of how skeptical his brother was. Okay. And how much he was like fishing for anything from his mom. Yeah. It was like any type of like validation from his mom. But I would need my mom to tell me for me to feel comfortable walking outside afterwards and saying, you know,
I'm falling for you.
I'm falling for you. Yeah. Mom, do you know if she said I love you to anybody else? You know? Yeah,
that's being a good spy.
Yeah. Like, give me the tea. That's the type of tea I need. That's how I would utilize my family, you know, during the hometowns. But let us know what you guys think.
Yeah.
Friend, this was fun.
This was fun.
Next week should be good.
Yeah.
Overnights and Men Tell All. Join us on Patreon for video, ad-free episodes, all that good stuff. Rate, review, subscribe. Find us on Instagram, TikTok, all that good stuff. And we'll be back in 2 days for Love is Blind.
Yep. Sure will.
See you then. Bye.
Bye.